Restoring access to lava-locked areas is the top priority needed for lava relief now. Those residents and farmers whose homes are still standing but cannot get to them are stuck in limbo. They need help getting back home to restart their lives. Access to homes is surely one of the most basic government services. Repairing roads so that people can return home is the simple, doable, humane thing our government should be doing as urgently as possible. While the long-term future plan for Lower Puna is an open question, the current failure to provide access for the living, breathing humans who today need to get to their properties is inhumane. These neighbors are watching their homes and farms decay without being able to care for them, and their lives and livelihoods are stalled. Insurance or FEMA will not help these people. They have survived a geological crisis, but are now further harmed by a fixable political disaster. It's time to open the roads.
Yeah.
Yay.
Right.
This is a quote from our representative, Senator Russell Rutterman. We are a group of citizens in Lower Puna that have organized all of our associations, Imua Lower Puna, as we are continuing to ask for help. We are organizing all of our associations so that we can gather our energy as a whole and fight for what we deserve in Lower Puna, which is the federal funding to be used in our specific disaster area. Mahalo.
And we should have priority.
You did it at Pohiki, why not here?
Lower Puna, Weebly.com, check us out.
So this website is represents thousands of individuals who own property in Lower Puna and were affected by the disaster, and also represents hundreds of residents who cannot go to their homes without temporary road access. So we're organizing, we want our representatives to know, and we want to hear stories. So there's a community forum where you can submit your story and let the broader general public know about what you experienced.
So you go to Get Involved on the website and you pull down to the next link, which is Community Forum, and that's where you can read our personal stories. We're becoming an umbrella organization. We're a coalition. We're not just little individual neighborhoods anymore. We want to be united in one voice because all of us want to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys have had these kind of gatherings before, correct?
January 30th, there were like 50 or more of us here. It's hard to walk into your house every day and then on a Sunday come here and walk some more. But thank you for coming.
There is more to redeveloping 132 than just providing access to the hundreds of families that still have houses and can return to their land. It's also about providing access for another 1,000 residents who previously used 132 but live on the other side of 132, and they are now weaving their way down little tiny dirt roads onto the Government Beach Road and making their way up Kahakai Boulevard in order to get to civilization, which takes them about 45 minutes longer than it used to. So that extra traffic on these little tiny roads is wearing the roads down. In addition, our main cinder pit is down at the bottom and was not covered by lava, and they continue to operate. 50 to 60 commercial truckloads a day are rolling down the Government Beach Road, a little 10-foot wide pavement, and onto private street and up Kahakai Boulevard, which is county but substandard county road. It's a public safety issue, and we have about 6,500 people living in Hawaiian beaches, Hawaiian shores, who are being negatively impacted by all of this as well. So there's a spillover effect, and it's about all of us, and we're trying to form this coalition to be inclusive of everybody who is being impacted by this. So
I'll add, so Over 70% of the disaster victims were down along Route 132 and 137, and we know that there's millions, hundreds of millions of dollars being allocated by FEMA. Our state has HB 1180 crossing over to the Senate, and we just want to make sure that the disaster funds are allocated to the disaster area and the disaster victims and prioritized to that area.
Yes, we should have priority. We should have priority over nationally and statewide as well, because we've been the one who voted our politicians into the office to represent us.
Yeah.
And I like to see a little bit more representation. It's been 8 months, and when is all this lot of money we've been talking and hearing about gonna trickle down to this level where we are today? So we're very curious, and we really like to have some hopes to see some little light on the end of that dark tunnel. It's been 8 months.
Yeah. Too long.
Please give us some hope that we've been represented properly.
Mahalo!